Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, number 7. The swim team coach recorded the number of hours each team member practiced each week and the number of ribbons the team member won at the swim meet. All right, so the title of it is Ribbons Won at the Swim Meet. Time practiced each hour, so they practiced 10 hours, they won 2 ribbons. They practiced 14 hours, they got 5 ribbons. They practiced 15 hours, they got 5 ribbons. They practiced 8 hours, they got 1 ribbon. They practiced 12 hours, and they got 4 ribbons. Which ordered pair, which this is not foreign to you, we just went through that in the early part of the spring when we got back from winter break. Which ordered pair would you plot on a scattered plot of this data? Remember, this is X and this is Y. I'm going to circle this because I know that I have to go 10, 2, 14, 5, 15, 5, 8, 1, 12, 4. I like to circle those because then it shows me my groups so that I can just turn it here. I know that I have a 10, 2, 14, 5, 15, 5, 8, 1, 12, 4. Okay? I'm going to place this like this. And now I have, do I have a 10, 14? Well, no, there's a 10, 14, but that's an X and an X. Now, what I also want you to do in your answer, and you're going to do this also on star, on your answer choices when it's giving you ordered pairs, write the X on top first and the Y last. Do that right now so you get yourself in that good habit of documenting and showing your evidence on everything. I'm telling you, your brain's going to get a little tired and you're going to make those careless mistakes. Don't give your points away. You already know what to do. Just show. So I have a 10 and a 2, so this isn't a correct answer. A 2 and a 5, well, no, that's a Y and a Y, so that's not a correct answer. An 8 and a 1, good possibility. A 9, 3, no, I don't even have a 9 and a 3. So my answer is C. Okay? Let's take a look. These lines came off of my printer. I apologize for that, so just ignore those. You can still see the dots here. All right? Now, you're going to use 8, 9, and 10 for this plot here. This is tips earned. So the time, the hour, so the number of hours they worked, tells you how much money they made in tips. So let's look at number 8. You want to add a point on the scatter plot to show the waiter, sorry about that, the waiter earned $90 in tips when he worked 7 hours. Okay, so we're going to show it on the scatter plot that the waiter earned $90, circle my number, underline the units, tips. When he worked, circle the 7 hours, underline the unit measure. Where would you add this point on the scatter plot? Okay, so I'm going to do top left. So I have to do the top to the left, top to the right, bottom left, which is over here, or bottom right. Now I'm going to what they're talking about when you're saying the bottom left, bottom right, that if I took my coordinate planes, this would be quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4. So in 5th grade, we're only using quadrant 1. So if I go to the top left, that takes me to quadrant 2. So I know that's not the right answer because we don't even deal with that. Top right, if I did the waiter earned $90. Oh, I see what's missing here. I see what happened. I'm going to plot my numbers here. And I'm skip counting these by 10. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and I have 100. Okay, so I have 7, and the waiter made $90. I'm going to put it right here, make that a little bit bigger so you can see that. Made $90. I'm going to plot it to the top right because that's quadrant 1. So that's a good possibility. I'm going to do it to the bottom left. No, that's quadrant 3, so I don't want that. The bottom right. Nope, it's going to be... And I can see where if you did here, bottom right. No, I'm not. No, I'm just going to do it that way because it makes it so much easier. You can think of it as if you were doing it on the x-axis and the y-axis, but I'm looking at the whole picture. So that's where I was coming from. But if you're thinking of it on the x and the y-axis, that's fine too. But here we know that it's going to be on the top to the right. And so B is the correct answer. All right. Does that help you understand where we're going with the scatter plot so far? All right, great. If you have any questions, please message below and message me. I get those right away, and I will be able to respond back to you. Okay, so always leave a message. Even if you have a message right now or you have a question, message me, and I'll answer you. All right, let's look at number 9. It's a multi-step problem. Multi-step meaning it's going to have more than one process. So the waiter worked 4 hours and earned $8 an hour. Plus means add, so I'm going to put an addition sign above that. Tips. How much did the waiter earn including tips? So now I know that, so I'm going to rephrase my question. The waiter earned blank, earned blank. I could have put the waiter earned a total of, I'm going to just put blank with tips. Okay. All right. What do I know? Okay, this is going to be expected to you to start practicing. I'm going to go and remind you every time you're doing this to get that practice in, because I cannot remind you on stars, so make sure that you're helping yourself. Worked 4 hours. $8 per hour. This means per, so $8 per hour. That's how much they make. Now, I'm going over here. I know they worked 4 hours, right? I'm over to my time, going across to my 4, and I'm going up and see where it was plotted. And I'm going up here, and you see this one right here? I'm going across. Well, for 4 hours, they earned $60 in tips. Okay, so it tells me right there. All I had to do was use my chart. Now, I'm going to, what's my plan? I need to multiply 4 times 8 plus 60. All right, and there we go. What is 4 times 8? 32 plus 60 equals, so this waiter earned $92. All right, any questions on that? Remember, you got to go step by step. You have to rephrase that question into a fill-in-the-blank statement so that your brain understands what you're solving for. You have to bullet what you know so that you can keep all the facts in order so that you'll be able to start thinking about the plan. Remember, you have to think about your end in mind, so think about the plan ahead, and then you're going to solve is last. All right, now let's look at number 10, multi-step problem. A waiter that worked 2 hours and a waiter that worked, so you have a waiter and another waiter that worked 5 hours combined, I'm going to add their tip money for the day, let me erase that part. For the day to buy a meal for their coworkers. So how much money do they have to spend on their meal? My question, they have blank money to spend on meals. Now I have to go back to what I know. Well, here it's talking about tip money. The first waiter worked 2 hours, so I'm going over to my chart. For 2 hours, they earned, okay, now look at this. It's in between. So I have 10, 15, 20, 25. 2 hours equals $25. 5 hours, I'm going over to my 5, going all the way up to the top, $75. I need to add these together. So my plan is add, and my solve is 25 plus 75 equals $100. So that's how much they had to spend to buy lunch for their coworkers. Try to move over to the side. All right, and that was it for tonight's homework. If you have any questions, remember, look down below and go ahead and type me a message so that I can have that and be able to respond back to you. If not, I take it that you understood everything that we have done on scatter plots. You will be taking a quiz, so be ready. It's going to be online. I've already have it all set, ready for you to go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Bye.